November 21 last year, I sat on a train between two Swedish cities, Malmö and Kalmar to be exact. I had the desire to write consistently, but I did not know how often. After my very first article, I wondered where I should head next, bridging the gap between the ambitious and the realistic. At the time, I was listening to Seth Godin's The Practice, Shipping Creative Work. Seth is famous for his daily writing routine, which now is over 8,000 blog posts over 20 years, among others. In this book, The Practice, he preached the value of consistency to fuel creativity, to ship extremely often to avoid writer's block, and to share what you learn and observe. Then it hit me. I should publish an article each day too. I was not sure if it was possible, but in an exhilarating feeling, I decided to give it a shot. Fast forward 3 months later, you're now listening to my 100th episode video. Thank you so much for your support. It's been transformative beyond beliefs. So I'm going to tell you 5 lessons I learned along the way. Number 1, consistency is surprisingly easy to establish. And for me, it's just kind of always been easy. Previously, from playing the guitar every day for 11 years and playing Pokemon Go 3 to 12 hours a day for 4.5 years, I've always had very easy to be consistent. And I've written about how I effectively program my habits here, which I link in the description. And in my opinion, it's habits and environment design that gets you what you want. My sacred hours are between 6:15 a.m. to 7:45 a.m., my executive time, so to speak, including recording and distribution. By defining a start and the process through the various stages, you have something to look forward to. Making it as enjoyable as possible is paramount to continue, plus a trick for effortless hyperfocus. So that was number 1, consistency surprisingly easy to establish. Number 2, daily writing eliminates procrastination and perfectionism. Because the deadlines are solid, you have nothing to hide. You're thus forced to produce a material to keep the streak alive. Just as Seth Godin says, I don't write a new blog post because I like it. I write it because it's tomorrow. You already made an unbroken deal with yourself and can just relax into your routine. Moreover, according to the prolific writer Nicholas Cole, you do not know which one of your writings will be popular anyways. Lots of factors that you cannot predict in advance, as with everything, really. Therefore, keep swinging and trust the compounding process. So that was number 2. Number 3, keep preparations at minimum. Almost every time, I end up writing completely differently compared to my initial plan. It is something with the session itself that allows your judgment to flourish at the moment and make some new leaps into something that you later are proud that you did. So therefore, I keep my outlines very small and basic. If I want to include some key phrases and ideas, I write them down. But I do not try to organize it before I'm in the writing state, because I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I can always give some material here so I can have something to grab in case I get lost in my thinking, so to speak. So trust that you will get the ideas when writing, like a stream of consciousness. Improvise and have fun. So that was number 3. Number 4, no sunk cost bias. Change your mind. As you learn from books, experiences, and people, you discover that your beliefs and certainties come and go. This is certainly true for me. After experiencing total chaos, overwhelm, and confusion when moving to a foreign country when pretty much no one speaks English last month. It shaped my understanding of what really is important from a system perspective. So it was a very valuable experience for me. Thus, I killed my previous productivity system one glance, which you probably know if you're listening for a long time. I've been uploading it consistently for 6 weeks. But I realized some fatal flaws together with GTD, more on that in the description, and decided that I could no longer have to preach it. So now I preach a barbell system instead. Almost half of what I was written before is now obsolete. However, I still keep them public because it is very important to ditch sunk cost bias and show that you also can change over time. Seek what works instead of protecting a legacy. And if you were wrong in the past, admit it, celebrate it, and move on. Like for me and goals, for example, or me a large system. I was certainly wrong. So that was number 4. Number 5, be on multiple platforms at the same time. You never know who will read your writing, but you can control how available you are. So in the beginning, I started with my own website and distributed it with a Facebook, Twitter, and later LinkedIn. 1 week later, I decided to upload a new podcast episode every day, which you're probably watching and listening right now on either YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Pocket Casts, and Reason. Lately, I've also started to upload to Medium, TikTok, and Instagram every day. It does not take much effort to copy your message and distribute it on many platforms. However, you have a much greater chance of people finding you. Let the compounding and synergy grow. So that was all the 5 lessons, but I will give you a bonus tip because you guys are awesome. Enjoy the ride. As I mentioned before, the writing process has to be enjoyable and fulfilling by itself. You will not be recognized for many months and even years to come if you're starting. And that is completely natural, since people need to trust you, which takes time and many interactions. Therefore, the best thing you can do is show up, deliver your best, and be generous to the people you seek to serve. Although I have written and recorded 100 articles and episodes, I know that I'm still in the very beginning. There is still a lot of work to do, which is motivating actually. As with any good things in life, it will come when it comes. And I don't rush, I'm patient. And I want to convey it to you too. Don't rush and be patient. And last but not least, thank you for being a part of my journey.